So, I'm going to say this. You deserve whatever you get if you're flying on an airline called Breezy Airways. No chance in hell am I getting on something called Breezy. Sounds like one of those, you're listening to Soft Rock with less talk on Breezy.
Breezy Airlines.
That is awful. And it was, did he actually say anything bad, or did he just, I told Belle, did he just stand up and yell, racial slurs? Have you seen the video?
I have not.
Yeah, man. Some dude just grabbed him and just picked him up and snatched him, like almost snatched the life out of him. Because you're on Breezy Airways. And it wasn't as breezy as you thought it was going to be. You would think, hey, we paid $63 to get on this airline.
I never heard of this airline.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's an American low-cost airline headquartered in Cottonwood Heights, Utah.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good. Well, Breezy. Sounds very white. Breezy. And I can't believe it probably flies out of like the weirdest places.
Let's see here.
Breezy Airlines.
Flights from Huntsville, Alabama. That's what comes up whenever you type it in.
That's it?
Oh, there's that video.
Yeah.
I got to watch that.
Yeah, you got to watch that. It's pretty interesting. Breezy Airlines. Thanks for flying Breezy. We know it's not cheesy. What? So I'm just putting that out there. If you're flying on Breezy, there's a chance that maybe, not as breezy as you thought. And they took that guy down big time, baby.
Where was the air marshal?
Maybe it was the air marshal.
Maybe it was the air marshal that took him down.
There's no air marshal on Breezy.
Yeah, so I clicked on this video, but all I can see is Gayle King talking about it on CBS. I was hoping I could just get a raw feed.
Oh, that sucks. Go to the Twitter. Twitter, kids. Twitter will give you anything.
Got to go to the Twitter machine.
The X machine. Trump heading tomorrow, probably early, maybe even tonight, heading out to Alaska because he's going to meet with the Pooter. Earlier today, he was on the old Fox, I think it was, with Kilmeade.
I don't know that we're going to get an immediate ceasefire, but I think it's going to come. See, I'm more interested in immediate peace deals, getting peace fast. And depending on what happens with my meeting, I'm going to be calling up President Zelensky, and let's get him over to wherever we're going to meet. I don't know where we're going to have the second meeting, but we have an idea of 3 different locations. And we'll be, including the possibility, because it would be by far the easiest, of staying in Alaska. We have big flights and he has the same thing. We have a lot of planes going when the head of Russia, the head of the United States, et cetera, go.
So, Mr. President, did you tell Zelensky to be ready? Did you tell him to be ready to come should you start making legitimate progress?
I don't want to talk about a second meeting even to him. I don't want to even indicate there might be a second meeting. Maybe there will, maybe there won't. So I don't want to talk that. It's not okay. It's not important enough. But it would be certainly convenient if we had a very good meeting, because I'm going to let them negotiate their deal. I'm not going to negotiate the deal. I'm going to let them negotiate their deal.
Yeah, well, you can't do anything to negotiate the deal. First of all, you don't have any cards to play. And as I said earlier, and somebody also texted the show, they can't just give up land. There's a system, it's in their constitution or something like that. They have to, I think, put it to an actual vote. The people. They can have a ceasefire, but then it has to be voted on. And I think at this point in time, based on the numbers, there's no doubt that those people probably vote just because they're over it. They're exhausted. Your average age fighter's probably in the mid to late 40s. Lots of 60-plus-year-olds fighting. Man, that's a tough thing right there. That is. And, Ray, our buddy Ray, who loves us, he says, Trump's got a hand to play. It's NATO. NATO is the reason that he invaded. NATO's not the hand to play. And by the way, we don't want them in NATO. We don't. Nobody wants them in NATO. NATO likes the buffer that's there, and Russia wants to keep that buffer. But it was also, he went in there to kill all the Nazis. He killed the Nazis. Killed them all. Got rid of them. So NATO is not that hand to play. So, and Trump has no hand because Putin right now is rolling through stuff. It would have to be one of those weird situations where he's probably he wants to see his face, wants to break, bread with him, talk to him a little bit, see if there's what can I do to get a ceasefire and then work out a deal where, they may have to go to Zelensky and say, you guys are going to have to give up land. And by the way, it's land you no longer have. It's not, and that's the other thing. Everybody's like, well, maybe Trump can, he can do this, this, this. It's nobody's land to give at this point in time. He took it. He took it. He went, he took it, and now it's theirs. And if you want it back, you're going to have to took it back.
Yeah,
you're going to probably have to do it with somebody else's money. And there's no chance in hell that Trump is going to go after India and China and go, I'm just going to sanction them. What was that? We were listening to some earlier. There's a bill out there where they want to sanction or hit tariffs up to 500% on India and China. Are you insane? It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
Yeah, and I just don't see Putin giving. I don't see Putin just giving up any of the land that they've taken.
No, why would he? Because it's his.
Because then he that is something he would have to go back and explain.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to do that.
All of your sons died because I gave this land back.
Somebody said, dude, NATO's definitely the card to play. Trump could say if Russia backs off, U.S. will not support Ukraine and NATO. We weren't going to support him. Everybody knew we weren't going to support him. Everybody knew that. Everybody knows that they're not getting in NATO. Europe's a different thing, but they're not going to get into NATO.
Yeah, you got to have all 30 members agree. Mm-hmm. It's got to be unanimous.
Yeah, and there's still some of those old Soviet countries that don't want anything to do with Putin, and so they're going to look and say, nah, we're not doing this. And Turkey and a bunch of other places, they're not going to support him. That's just not going to happen. So Zelensky, I said it earlier, if I'm him, you tell him, you're willing to fall on the sword. You're willing to, you'll leave if that's what it takes. You've done your best. Leave as a hero. Take the money, whatever you grifted, run with it, and just let that be that. And they're going to have open elections and go from there. But there's no demilitarizing. That's off the table immediately. Because otherwise, everybody's going to be back in the same place the minute they have a chance, or we're going to have to back them with the support. And the support is going to be if he attacks again after he got everything he wanted, then NATO will back them. But giving them a full membership is different because then we could, in theory, put weapons right next to their border. Just like we didn't like it when the Russians wanted to put weapons in Cuba. So, yeah, I think, but at the end of the day, Trump just needs to make sure that his big thing is, do you think it's going to be like that TV show, Bands Reunited, where there's going to be one of the guys in the other room and there's going to open up and Zelensky's going to come, oh, you didn't tell me he was going to be here. I can't believe you did this to me. Yeah. So it sounds like Trump's like, dude, would you please talk to him? I'll get him here right now. You can stay here for a few hours. We'll hang out. We'll go see what Anchorage has to offer us. And Zelensky could be here in a couple hours and we could do it all over again.
Well, if they're meeting at the Sizzler, haven't they already hit the high point?
Yeah.
There's not much else to go do in Anchorage.
I bet you the Sizzler in Anchorage offers Alaskan crab.
Yeah. Ray said, well, because they're losing millions of young fighters that are young Russians. He doesn't care. He has millions more. His big issue is going to be the brain drain in the future. Putin cares about numbers. That's it. His goal in this situation is now attrition. Seeing as the lightning war didn't work, it's attrition. I think that I know I will survive longer than you have people and bullets. And so
that's why they haven't done a full-blown invasion.
Yeah. Yeah. They could go to a strip club together. I'm not trying to say strip clubs in Anchorage are bad, but I feel like somebody's dancing for, baby formula. So she's hot. Her C-section's sweet.
Oh, that's so funny.
Well, there are some strip clubs.
Hey, everybody, check out, welcome to the Golden Salmon.
Well, what do you know? There's a Crazy Horse Saloon.
Oh, is there?
I think there's a Crazy Horse Saloon strip club in every city.
Put your hands together.
Here's the Club Sin Rock.
Oh, my Lord. So, people are still sending us stuff they would like to be. We asked earlier if you had one superpower, invisibility, straight. Ken didn't even blink an eye.
No.
And then Bell looked at us dead serious, as if he's thought about this forever.
And he
said
has.
he wants the power to destroy the universe.
Yeah.
Not anything special. No. So, Bell, we should have clarified this. If you got hit by a car, though, could you still die? Are you impervious because you could destroy the universe?
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to kill myself.
Well, I don't know about
Well,
that.
but what if you got hit by a car?
Yeah, could you die?
No.
Okay, so now he can destroy the universe and he can never die. So he's like a bad vampire that can destroy the universe. That is an awful.
I'm just hanging out after everything's ended, enjoying the peace and quiet.
Are you going to be
chilling.
like Kazoo, just floating around, and there's going to be nothing here?
Exactly.
That is so bizarre. It's like the worst superpower. You're not going to keep anybody? Do you have the power to go, okay, I'm going to keep it like 8 people?
Oh, yeah, of course I could do that.
Like that movie, was it the TV show The Last Man on Earth, except for the part where there seems to be people showing up every day? Yeah. I think this show's misleading. Strippers in Alaska. It's
Yeah,
not very nice, guys.
I counted 5 strip clubs.
I
in
got
Anchorage.
singles. Who's with me?
I got crypto. Let's go.
I got crypto. Oh, I love her. We went to the champagne room and I gave her some of my meme coins.
The champagne room.
The champagne. Oh, my Lord. Somebody said their superpowers would be freshly pressed slacks. That's a good superpower.
Somebody out there's going, mine would be to be able to cure peanut allergies.
You know what's funny? It's the women all text in, like, they want to be like, I would like the power to heal, and I'd like this, that, and the other. And guys are like, have you seen the movie Orgasmo?
I want to be invisible.
Have you seen Boogie Nights? I don't know if it's a superpower, but that's the guys right there. I want to be invisible. I want to be this, or I want to be that. Oh, one guy said, I want to be able to read minds. Just women's minds.
That's interesting. That was like a Twilight Zone that
No,
Dick
that was
York
a movie
was
with
in.
Mel Gibson. You remember What a Woman Wants?
Oh, yeah.
Where he hits his head and he can hear what all the women are saying. And then, of course, that's got to be exhausting.
Yeah, Dick York played in a Twilight Zone where he could do that because he bought a newspaper.
Yeah.
He flipped a quarter into the newspaper boy's box and it stood up on its slim edge. And so the rest of the day, he could read everybody's mind at work. People didn't like him. Then he learned that some chick that he worked with really dug him. I mean, his life changed right there.
That's good. So that's it. So that would be a good
Got
superpower.
Did they
people
hook
out
up?
Yeah.
Infinite regeneration. Somebody says, ability to mute people. Oh, that'd be interesting. Can't imagine what the strippers in Alaska look like.
Well, let's look.
Let's look.
Well, if you're going on the lunch hour, you're probably getting the B team, and you'll probably see some bullet holes.
B team. That's it. Hey, I left my baby in the car. Hit it, guys. Oh, my Lord. That's it. I can't wait for this. I don't think we're taking it as seriously as people think. But we do. We take it seriously, guys. We're serious. We're serious here in this situation. Coming up, still do some Israel stuff here in a little bit. We'll do some inflation stuff as well. Tell us what superpower you would like to have. Please. Bell's just, Bell picks weird songs and then he wants to destroy the universe. But he also wants to have another power where he's invincible.
Yeah, he can't get killed by getting run over by a car.
Yeah, so there's nothing like that can happen. That would be a funny superpower. You guys know I could get hit by a car, but I'll survive always. What happens if you fall off a building? Oh, you die, but I can get hit by a car.
Just for fun, Bell goes out on I-40 during rush hour.
Oh, wow. That would be good. Oh, you guys with your funny jokes about
Daring them to trash their cars by hitting me.
And he partners with State Farm.
Oh, that would be awesome. You should do something with Limu Emu and Doug.
I love those commercials.
I actually
man.
just changed my insurance, and they were way too expensive.
Really? I went with Progressive.
I got Allstate.
Oh, did you?
They were like $15 cheaper a month.
Did
I got
you?
State Farm.
I got State Farm, which is the one with all the football. With the guy, so and so from State Farm. That's always with all the football players.
Oh,
is that State Farm or is that
what is
Farmers?
that guy's name? You talking about the commercial?
Yeah.
Where he just like pops in and he appears whenever somebody's in a jam?
Yeah.
What is that? I gotta look
See,
that up.
man, we're confused. There's our superpower is we don't really remember anything. So that's good. A lot of you guys have that superpower. Coming up, more fun stuff on the way. Let us know what superpower you'd like to have. We got some inflation stuff, and we'll do some Israel stuff as well. If you're missing the show, we say shame on you. Grab the podcast. Chad Benson, Super Talk 997. What is people have been asking? How do they get that? If you're an AT&T customer, are they sending you an email?
Let's see here. Well, first of all, final approval probably won't come until December 3rd. I think December 3rd it's supposed to be finally approved.
Okay, so then that way everybody can get their $2.03.
Some people they're saying will get up to $7,500.
Wow.
Now, what's this for? They get $7,500.
There were a couple of data breaches in 2024, and apparently a class action lawsuit accused AT&T of apparently not doing enough to protect customers, and so they won the lawsuit. It's class action, and so now they've got to pay people back.
All right.
Or pay people for it. Let's see here. Let me get the exact details.
Think about that. $7,500. I mean, you must have had your
Social Security and all that
your
stuff
your
leaked out.
identity
Yeah,
stolen.
apparently, from what I understand, there are certain tiers. Like if your Social Security number was compromised, you're probably going to be the one who gets the $7,500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wondered you'd have to prove that they opened up like stuff in your name, or that just that your stuff's on the dark web and it's for sale and you're having to spend money to protect yourself.
I'm not sure how they're going to do that. All right, here we go. How will settlement funds be distributed?
So I find that it's a very interesting thing.
Yeah, it is. Wish I would have been an AT&T customer. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so you could claim up to they're going to distribute to eligible class members through two primary avenues. Documented loss cash payment. The option allows individuals to claim reimbursement for financial losses directly traceable to the breaches. You can claim up to $5,000 for losses incurred in 2019 or later. You can claim up to $2,500 for losses incurred on or after April 14th, 2024, with documentation showing the losses are traceable to the incident. Tier 1 cash payment. For those whose Social Security numbers were compromised, Tier 1 payments 5 times the amount of Tier 2 payments. But I'm not saying exactly how much.
You know, the thing about the proving certain things, because I've had, how many times have I been on several breaches where data's been stolen? I just got something from T-Mobile the other day. I got something else from like one of the big credit, companies that they had their. How do you prove that it was that one?
Right.
Because if you've been in 4 or 5 data breaches, they could just go, well, it's so and so.
Then just give me $7,500 for each breach, and we'll call it even.
Yeah, no doubt.
What documentation is needed for loss claim? A claim for documented loss in the AT&T data breach settlement requires specific evidence to demonstrate financial and or emotional harm directly resulting from the breach incidents. That would include any notifications you receive from AT&T or other entities involved, such as letters or emails confirming your data was compromised. That's key there. So if you didn't get notification from AT&T, I wonder if you're just out of luck.
Yeah, well, so wait, you guys have to notify me that somebody stole my identity, And many times, you guys know this too. You guys listen to the news ever. How many times did these things happen? And they don't tell you for months. Last January, we had a giant data breach. You're like, it's August.
Yeah, they're saying the first checks could go out next year, but not exactly when next year. So there's probably it's going to take you some time to gather up all the documentation you're going to need to get some money out of this.
Yeah. It feels like, I think what they're thinking is it's going to be a lot of work. A lot of people are going to get frustrated and give up and forgot about it anyways.
Oh, they're absolutely counting on that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because I mean, this thing.
There's people that are probably owed $50,000 and they're just too frustrated to even try to get it.
Yeah, it's going to be very involved, boys.
Yeah,
very involved.
Yeah. That's what they're counting on. Coming up, we'll talk a little bit about Israel. We'll talk a little bit about a lot of you guys chiming in. It got some funny names, by the way, for Eskimo. The people like Eskimo Pie, the dance studio and stuff, because we're talking about tomorrow, Russia, the whole 9 yards. Plus, we got numbers out today from the PPI. Don't be confused with the CPI. The PPI, two different kinds of eyes right there. We'll talk about that as well. Chad Benson, Super Talk 997. Oh, my goodness. I will say we start talking about strip clubs in Alaska where they could go while they wait for Zelensky. People start sending in stuff. Some guy's, I got a name for you. Here it goes. 0818. The Polar Dance, Eskimo Freeze, Northern Poles. Whale Blubber, the Blowholes, and Heavy Eskimo. A lady sent Dave sent this in. Sarah the Salmon coming to the stage. Sarah the Salmon. Fiona Flounder, Bearhide Brenda.
Bearhide Brenda.
Oh, my goodness. That is, and then we're talking about tomorrow's big fun day in Alaska. It's going to be awesome. A lot of snow. Seward's Follies. He bought that for $7 million. You guys remember that? Remember that back in the day?
Decent investment.
$7 million. And the Russians were like, we can't defend it. The British are probably going to come take it. There's nothing out there. And then they found gold.
And oil.
Oil. And they're like, oh, dag nabbit.
Can we have that back? No.
Northern Exposure. Look at her. Ray coming in with one. Tell Ray.
There you go.
I had somebody earlier said, my Christian God-fearing wife listens to the show, and now she knows when AC/DC comes on. I'm like, yes. You got to love that. You got to love that. Somebody's actually, I haven't been to Anchorage. I've been to
Fairbanks?
No, I've been to, so we did the inner passage. So I did the inner, and so you go, God, that one, is it Ketchikan? I've been there. And I went to the one where they filmed Orca, the movie Orca.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. If you guys have never seen Orca, it's a great movie. Bo Derek loses her leg. Then her life. Was it Richard Harris?
Sad. Richard Harris.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There was a lot of, in the 70s, the disaster movies were big, and then animals eating people movies were big.
This was so ridiculous, though, because the reason the orca was chasing the boat down was because he had captured his mate and she had spontaneously aborted their baby.
Yeah.
And he was trying to get revenge for the death of his mate and the baby.
Yes, it was awesome. Now coming to the stage, Frigid Francis. Oh, you guys got to stop it. Oh, my Lord. You guys see the adult Happy Meals out at McDonald's?
The adult Happy Meal?
Yeah.
Well, they got pictures of naked ladies on them or what?
That's what I thought. I was kind of bummed. It's they've got a different shake, and they got toys from like the 70s and stuff.
I can dig that.
Like the stuff that they gave away in the 70s in the Happy Meals?
Yeah, that was heroin. That's what they're giving out. And of course, would you like crack or heroin? You know what? I'm feeling like I need to get stuff done today.
So it's a retro thing kind of meant to play on nostalgia.
Yes.
Oh, look at there. You can get the little figurines.
Mm-hmm. Remember the cups, the glass cups, at
Yes.
McDonald's. You can get the Hamburglar.
Yes.
And Grimace, who's a taste bud.
Yeah, my brother and sister and I, we had collected all of them.
Yeah. Somebody says, what questions do you have about Alaska and Anchorage? I was born and raised there.
All right.
Tell us everything.
Well, here's a question I have: I think it's during the summer, like Alaska, it's never dark in Alaska, like completely dark.
Yeah, I think it
stays daylight. Like the sun's not up. It's just that the Earth is tilted to where the sun is out all the time.
Yeah.
Like
That's right.
winters, I know it's dark all the time.
All the time, yeah. Well, or there's that, was it Gnome? There was a horror movie that came out several years ago, Josh Hartnett, called 30 Days of Night, and the vampires go to, like, I think it's Nome, Alaska, or one of those places.
Sounds right.
Because they never have to worry about the sunlight.
Yeah.
And they feed and they eat the town. And so that's probably why you don't want to go on vacation there. It's probably it. That's it. Yeah, I know there's a lot of those places that during the summer you have 6-8 weeks where it's just when I was in Europe and I'm in Denmark and Sweden and stuff, and you're like, it's 2 a.m. and it looks like it does outside right now. It's kind of a weird thing.
Yeah, Fairbanks experiences 70 days of continuous daylight from mid-May to late July.
That's nice. That's nice.
And then I would assume they experience 70 days of darkness in the opposite end seasons.
I guess.
I think they probably have like 30 days or so. Some of them, like the more northern you go, it's probably a little bit darker for longer. But man, it's weird. I mean, it's so weird. Even like, now when the clocks go back, like in the spring, you're super excited because you've noticed before even the clocks go forward that the light's out a little longer, right? You got that pep in your step. But that first week when it starts to get dark at like 3:30 or 4, you're like, this sucks.
Yeah. Even in regions further south like Anchorage, winter daylight is limited. The shortest day of the year sees Anchorage receiving only 5 hours of daylight.
So, all right, this guy says winter is light at 11 a.m. and dark at 3.
Yeah.
That's got to mess with your clock.
Circadian rhythms.
Your circadian rhythm. You have to be a hot mess. Yes. So, The Proposal, another phenomenal movie starring Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock, takes place in Alaska, and it's days upon days of sunlight and love and comedy. If you've never seen that movie. Betty White's in that.
You know what? We're kind of like that here in the winter. I mean, it gets dark here. Like it seems like in December, it starts getting dark here at like 4:25.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Lake Placid?
Oh, she was great in that. I was going to say
the funniest lines.
My favorite movie of hers or anything is Lake Placid. If you've never seen it, it's a horror movie about she fed her dead husband
to a giant alligator, and she was feeding cows to it. But there's one point where she's talking to the sheriff, and she says one of the foulest things that I've ever heard somebody say in a movie. Yeah. And the fact that it's coming out of Betty White's face just makes it that much more hilarious.
Yeah. That was a great movie. You know, it's funny. You go see that movie, and she was old in that movie, and then you realize that she lives for another 25 years after that, which was incredible. She was born before sliced bread. Let you guys know that. Little thing.
Sliced bread was the greatest thing since Betty White.
It was the greatest thing since Betty White. Hey, speaking of clocks before, wasn't Congress supposed to take up that sometimes? Yeah. Here's the thing with Congress. They all say things. Nothing ever happens.
Yeah, they tend to. I know this is going to shock people, but they lie a lot.
Yeah, and I've been Arizona. The beauty of this is one of the great things about Arizona. The clocks never move. It stays the same. I'm 2 hours ahead of theirs. When I talk to my daughter, she's 2 hours behind me. When we fall back, she'll only be an hour. I think it's them in Hawaii who don't move, which is so cool. That is great. But who was it? California, they passed the law overwhelmingly. They sent it to the voters, but the states can't arbitrarily do it. They have to go to Congress to get it done. So even if we voted on it here, we couldn't get it did.
I think I want to say they already have, and it's like it's a trigger law where if Congress allows for it, then it automatically happens.
Okay. So, because I know they were going to take it up with, like everybody always promises, isn't that stupid, right? We're doing this since World War II. Isn't this stupid? Why do we need to do this? Trump. Isn't this stupid? This is totally stupid. We don't need to do this. And he's right. We don't. We're not burning oil. We're not trying to save anything. It's so stupid. And it's not good for you, too. That's the other thing. Every year, we'll go through the same thing, won't we? When we fall backwards or spring forward, they'll talk about more car accidents happen on Monday and Tuesday than any other time. And it's bad for your heart when it goes this direction, and yet they do nothing about it. They do nothing.
Says right here, the earliest sunsets in Middle Tennessee occur in early December, specifically around December 1st to December 14th, with a sunset time of 4:32.
Ooh. So it's already starting to get dark long before that.
Well, and if you'll notice, and I'm sure everybody in Middle Tennessee has noticed because I noticed it too, in the winter, starting in December, the sun never really gets...
Never gets up.
It never gets completely...
Yeah. It feels like it goes 3/4 of the way of where it's supposed to, and then it comes right back down.
Yeah, there's constantly long shadows.
It's another good name for a dancer. Coming to the stage.
Long
shadows. Put your hands together.
As opposed to wide shadows.
The wide shadows. Oh, my Lord. See, it already passed in Tennessee. And how'd that work out for everybody? It hasn't. That's right. I forgot. There's parts of Ray's right. There's parts of like Indiana that also the clock doesn't move. How weird is that? Like, what are you people doing?
Actually, it's great.
It's great for them, but that's an odd thing. That is a bizarre, like, you're in a state, it's like, oh, across the street, it's later than it is here. You're like, that seems very North Korea. Remember when North Korea tried to change their clocks 15 minutes ahead? That's something he tried to do. They did.
He's crazy.
He tried to move the clocks like 15 minutes ahead from everybody else.
Why?
We don't ask why. We just do.
Because if you ask why, you go to a labor camp.
That's right. You don't do that. Why? Why? I'll tell you why. Because this is why. Coming up, I forget what it's called. What is it called?
Welcome mat.
Yeah, the welcome mat. What was he saying yesterday? I heard he was talking about that. I don't make it up. I heard Matt talking about the welcome mat. He goes, people are saying stuff, and I don't make it up. Somebody else gave me it. 3 or 4 people on the text line gave me the welcome mat. Okay? Coming up, the welcome mat with Matt. Straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 997. All right, Matt, the welcome mat. What were you saying yesterday? I was listening to you. You're like, I don't know why they call it the welcome mat. I didn't pick it. I didn't pick it either. The fans did.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
I don't remember what I said. I don't remember what I say.
Well, I just saw you taking a whole bunch of drugs. So
I'm on drugs today.
That's good.
I got my fishing attire on.
Today.
Got my hot as balls cap. You haven't seen
balls.
that?
Yeah. Let's see. Which one's that?
It says
hot as balls.
Says hot as balls.
That's right.
Because it is.
That's nice. Is it hot out there?
Going to the Rod Stewart show tonight.
Oh, you doing that, huh?
Yeah.
Where's that?
I think it's at the amphitheater.
Is that the one with, is Cheap Trick with him?
Cheap Trick is there.
Awesome.
I think we're going to miss Cheap Trick because my show runs till 7, and I am a company man.
Yes, sir.
I'm not replaying things that I should be replaying to get there early.
Oh, no.
I think the show starts at 7. So I might miss.
Cheap Trick would be great.
I mean, what do we got? I want you to want me and
Surrender. Dream Police.
Reach out and take it.
Yeah.
The Flame.
Yeah, the Flame.
Gonna raise hell.
They're going to come on out with this, what's his name, Rick, whatever, with this guitar with like 20 different.
This got 5 necks and only 3 of them have guitar strings on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm very excited about the Heat.
Kids, I don't know if you can see his
Sounds like it.
face. If you can't, can you hear the sarcasm?
Very excited. No, it'll be good. It'll be fun. I'm wearing my hottest balls. You can't be hot when you got your hottest balls.
You
cap
can't.
on.
You've let the world know it is
That's
hot as
right.
balls.
Look,
out
I'm
there.
I'm declaring it.
Well, if you were to do a radio show today, what would you talk about?
I don't know that I would, but no, I feel like I'm going to talk at 3:30 to a host, Michael Yaffe, down in Chattanooga, because the flooding down there. Have you seen that down there? It was intense, insane, and he's an afternoon host of our Cumulus partner down there at WGOW. We'll talk with him today. about that. And otherwise, the news feels like it's kind of a sit and wait. I have become convinced, and I try not to be a conspiracy theorist about this thing, but I have become convinced that not just because it's in Washington, D.C., and the national news media tends to obsess over things that are in their backyard, New York.
D.C. and New York. It's like,
that's right.
I've always said if Sully Sullivan landed his plane in the Pacific Ocean, it would have been covered for 5 minutes.
Right,
but he landed it in the Hudson in front of CNN.
Yes, but 48 days later, they're still, we got another witness. Right. So I understand that because this is in their backyard, but it's also funny because it's in their backyard. I think they would be predisposed just to trash Trump over what he's doing.
Yeah.
But half of them are like, y'all know that this crime problem is serious.
Oh, yeah. Did you see Ellie Honing on CNN?
Oh, yeah. He was like,
he's like, guys, you guys know how horrible this is here.
Yeah, we live here. What are we doing?
Yeah,
any presence is good, and everybody's like, no, it's performative or whatever. But I'm beginning to feel like we're focusing on this and maybe a little bit on the Russia stuff. Frankly, maybe I'm the one that's obsessing over it, but some of the revelations about what went down in 2016 and 2017, I don't know that anything's ever going to be done about it, which is probably the most frustrating aspect of this. I just want it to be out there in front of the American people to make sure it never happens again, because it ought not to happen that institutions of our state government are used to tilt the scale one way or the other in an election. And I don't care who it is.
And again, the election side of it, he had already won when all that stuff came out afterwards. But what you did is you put him behind the 8 ball for his entire presidency.
For the first 2 years.
Yeah, for the first 2 years, everybody was talking about Russia. And there needs to, I think maybe a clap or somebody. Obviously, you're not going to get.
You're not going to get Obama.
Because Obama's going to go.
You know who I want? Can I pick?
Yeah.
Can I get Comey? Do you think? Maybe? No. Can I get Comey?
No, because a lot of the stuff I've read is Comey's like, I don't want any part of this. And he walked out of the room.
I want Comey.
So, but
I'll take Clapper, though.
I think the Clapper. You might clap on and clap off the Clapper.
Let's do that.
And you know what else? You've stripped them of their security clearance. And if you really want to get them, ask anybody who's worked for the government that long. Take away their pensions.
Let it be heard right here on the Chad Benson Show. Matt Murphy wants the clap.
The clap. The Clapper.
Oh, wait. Might be misconstrued.
Have some penicillin with that. Have fun tonight at the beautiful Rod Stewart Show. Matt's for that.